Hi everyone, it's Diane. Welcome back to my channel, Scrap Edit Creations. Today I'm going to share with you two more layouts using the Candid Moments line by Close to My Heart. This is the sticker sheet, and today I do not believe I used any of the stickers. I was thinking about using this one and I didn't use that one, so I'm pretty sure I didn't use any of these today. This is the leaf pattern, which I might do some cards with later. And it's a Sundance and what's that color? Carolina? Something like that. Sapphire, and then the grid, my favorite, the circles and flowers, and then the stripe that's okay, the stripe that we live with. Okay, first layout I did today, and I went a little on the masculine side today. I have a grandson. I only really have, I mean, besides my son-in-laws, two males in my life that are pretty predominant, and that's my husband and my grandson. Aside from that, it's all girls. We have three girls. I have three granddaughters, two from one daughter and one from the other. And so I don't really always think about doing masculine layouts or boy layouts. And so I wanted to challenge myself today and do two boy layouts, and I think I did a pretty good job. Very happy with it. So I had wanted to splatter on this, and I forgot. I had laid everything out, and then I just started adhering, and then it was like, and I know that you can kind of block things in splatter, but I just figured I'm just going to leave this as is, and when I put pictures on it, if I decide I want splatter, I can splatter. So White Daisy, 2 sheets, 8.5 by 11 1/4. The Sapphire right here is, there's 2 of them, 4 by 10 3/4. The Sapphire grid paper, what I call a Sapphire grid, that one is, oh, there you are, 2 of them at 4 by 8. The circle and flower pattern paper, there's 2 of those at 4 by 7. So these two are the same width, but an inch in from each other because I wanted quite a big margin of margin of the paper showing, and I wanted this to overhang. I just really like this paper so much, and you only see a little smidge of it, but at least you see some of that one too because I really like that one. The circles are ones from the kit. This one. Okay, so one circle's from the kit technically. This one and this one and this one and this one are all punched out using this 1-inch punch or 2 1/4 inch punch. Sorry, the punch. This one and this one, this is that one that I had punched a circle out of yesterday. I just put this blue over it to hide that spot. And I use this to hand cut this one. Normally, my circles look like a toddler cut them. I'm very proud of this one, so kudos to me on that. I cut a circle today. Well, a half circle, but still, it was round, and it was cut, and it looks round, and it's not all like a toddler did it, you know, like this. Okay, so I used, let's see here, the 2 1/4 inch circle punch on this piece right here and cut out this. So I still have these pieces here, and I might use them someplace. I didn't use them today. I used Sapphire ink on the little piggies, and I chose to do Cool Dude and Silly You. That is so my grandson. I then took Fun and Times, and I used my Lawn Fawn Yeti ink to stamp those. It's been the best white ink I've found so far. Honestly, I have not used, nor do I. I'm pretty sure they have one through Close to My Heart. I haven't used it. I have a lot of stuff, and it doesn't always have to be proprietary to the paper line I'm using. I do like to use the same stuff for the paper line. Like I shouldn't say I have to. I like to have everything for the kit. Um, Sometimes I don't, like with, what was it, Sweet as Honey? I wasn't as fond of that. Now, I love the layouts I did with it, but I didn't need everything. With this paper line, I've wanted everything. And like I mentioned yesterday, I have 6 of these and I have not used a single bit of it. So, but I have it, and like I said yesterday, also it will go with other things. And I'm sure it'll fit better with other things because I'm just not feeling it with these layouts. Okay, so I did two 4x6 and two 3x4s all in Sundance. I cut these stars out, they're Cricut cuts, and I used the Sundance and I used Sapphire. And this part is the light side of Sapphire. This is the dark, dark, light, dark, dark, and light. And it's reminiscent, this is in the cut file, of these stars here and how they're different colored. I stuck with very simple changes. I didn't want a huge change. That is just slightly two-toned, and this one isn't at all. But I did outline them. I like that outline. I still like it a lot with the hearts too. It's just a very fun aspect um, of the cut files. One of my favorite parts of it. There was a few things in there, but the hearts and the stars with the outline have been one of my favorites. And so, just to warn you, you will be seeing those again. It'll happen because I like them. I might not use the two-toned aspect, but they'll happen. So fun here. I was going to do it funky. I was going to do it straight. And I kind of did a mix of it. So it's not perfect. I didn't want it perfect. Times is because it's one stamp. They're not individual letters. And today I was not in the mood to kind of cut my letters. I think had I, if I stamp that again sometime, I'll probably take the letters apart and stamp them individually. But I really liked how this kind of was fun in its placement. So that's layout number 1. I think James will really like that one because he's a cutie patootie. Okay, oops, dropping stuff over here. Layout number 2, I kind of have a title on it and I kind of don't. I put Dream on it. Dream is from this journaling card called Dream Big. I had just cut the dream off. I didn't put the big on here because I wasn't feeling it. I don't know. I don't know if I'll change the title. I'm leaving Dream here and maybe putting a title here when I know what I'm going to put on this. Maybe adding another photo mat. I don't know. This is as far as I got, and I'm really happy with where it's at right now. Like I said, I struggle with masculine layouts. I raised girls. I've had a lot of time with my grandson, but I haven't done a lot of scrapbooking for my grandson. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on that. So I did Sapphire as the base, 8.5 by 11 1/4. White Daisy, 2 sheets of each of these, 8 by 10 3/4. I did 4 3x4 Sapphire photo mats. And then the Sapphire grid paper, there's 2 of those. It was very big on 2s and moving outward or inward, or like with this one, basically it is the same layout, just flipped. I just flipped it because that's how I saw that paper going today. So this one, I just moved this way. So this Sapphire grid right here is, where is it? 4 by 9 1/4, and there's 2 of those. The flowers, circles and flower pattern paper is 3 by 8 1/4, 2 of those. And then the Sapphire cardstock, there's 2 of those, 2 by 7 1/4. So I went down 1 inch with each one I went down, and I went 1 inch down on size so that it was just kind of tapering out. I did use the dot zip strip. That's 1/2 inch. I cut it at about 8.5, and then I just cut it where I wanted it. So it ends right here and here, here and here. And then I did the Sundance strip 1/2 inch by 8.5 as well. Just cut that to kind of where I wanted that to be also. Very simple. I did use the Sapphire splatter. No matter how many times I splatter, it goes everywhere. I see everybody online doing this dainty little thing, tapping it. And I do the tapping. I get it all over my hands. I get it everywhere. I have to wipe up everything, I mean, granted, I probably should have pulled out my, I have this little plastic coated, what are you called even? I have one that's not open. So it's called a Splatter Cubbie. by Cosmo Cricut. Love this thing. I mean, I use the heck out of this. It just sits up. As you can see, I'm not really good at wiping it down afterwards. I just kind of keep splattering. Kind of one of those science projects to see how many different colors I can put on there to make different colors. But as you could probably see when I opened it up, I use brown a lot because I love the browns for splatter. So I did splatter this. I just had my standard mats out. I think I can still, in fact, let me grab this wipe. Let's see if I can still get blue off. Yep, it's hard to see. You can see a little tiny bit of blue. Yeah, I've wiped these down. I don't know how many times. But yeah, I put 2 of these out so I can use the grids when I'm scrapbooking. I do really like those. And I like the fact that you can flip them over and you can stamp on them. And it gives you that spongy, so you don't always have to use the piece that's inside the stamp, that foamy piece. You just flip this puppy over and it allows you to stamp. So I use those every time I'm scrapbooking nowadays. Okay, back to the other stuff. Let's see here. So Dream was cut from this card, just reiterating probably this. And these are so nice because there's 2 sides. So if I was doing a pink layout and I wanted that, I could use that. I'm doing more of pretty much a Broncos color layout. Oh my gosh, this is funny. These are Bronco colors. I'm not into football. These are totally Broncos. That's hilarious. I will have to let my daughter and my son-in-law know that. So yeah, you can cut these and use them. You don't have to use them, as this big card on this paper. Just using this little bit right here is so nice and simple. I used the same stars that I had cut before. This time though, I chose to use 2 that were just the outline. So I wanted, at first I had this lined up and then this next to it so that this piece that's this half piece, there's a little bit of glue right there, was flowing into this half piece. And then this one was flowing into this one, which this one I totally flipped it. I needed to have flipped it back around, but it's all good. I'm happy with where it's at. It's not a big deal to me. But that's what I had done, is I had these right next to each other so that this flowed and this flowed. And then I spread them apart and I put some additional stars down and just had fun with it. So I think this will be a really cute little layout for him. I don't show a lot of the flower. I mean, there's a little flower there and there, but a lot of the it's not flowery. I also kept the additional circles off of this one because I wanted to see where the pictures would take me. So for right now, this is a work in progress. It could just stay this way with pictures if that's what works. It might change. I don't know. I don't know where this is headed at this point, but I'm happy with where I'm at right now, and that's what matters. I did want to share with you, I had a layout that I had done. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. I had put it in my Disney book. So this layout. So this was when my grandson was born. This is my official first scrapbooking for a boy. So there's my daughter and her husband, and there's baby James. And then there's Nora and her baby brother. And this paper, I don't even remember what paper this is. I think this is a Stampin' Up! Paper. But Nora was so happy to have her little brother. And there's baby James. And then this was just a collage that I did of him. So I figure, well, I'm showing you a little bit of boy stuff, I can show you these little pictures. That's my little baby James, my little boy. Well, okay, so he's not my little boy, but he is my sweet little guy. This is my Disney album that I need to add some pictures to. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come play today. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you would love to see more of my videos. leave a comment. I always appreciate those, and I try to get back as soon as possible on those. And have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.